welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to give you an alternative to the traditional Vinyasa sequence. So if you've taken any sort of flowing type class, or perhaps the class is even called a Vinyasa flow class, you might be wondering, what does that mean? As Vinyasa means a couple of things. It means, in its physical form, it means a sequence of poses that are strung together with the breath. And traditionally, that looks like a sun salutation. So you're starting, from a standing position. You inhale, arms reach, exhale, forward fold. You step back to a plank or to down dog. Come forward into plank and lower through a chaturanga. And usually come up through an upward facing dog and then back into a downward facing dog. So that's considered one cycle, one of Vinyasa. And those are used in between poses, in between sides of poses. So for example, if you do a sequence that takes you into one side of Warrior 2, then you would cycle through a Vinyasa and then lead over to the next side, left side of Warrior 2. And it's just a great way to kind of clean the slate and neutralize the body and get it ready for the other side to balance out the body. The other meaning of Vinyasa is to place oneself in a special way. I love that phrase. It's just so beautiful. It makes sense, especially in the practice of yoga, because that's the point of yoga, right? Is to place oneself in a special way, moving mindfully with the breath, with the body, and bringing that together. Now, as I mentioned before, there's that traditional sequence that you often see. It's often offered in a class where it said, okay, go ahead and cycle through Vinyasa here, and people kind of just do their own thing. And I always like to give the choice in my classes. Sometimes the body doesn't need 5 of those Vinyasas. If your body's already warmed up, then you can skip over those Vinyasas totally, and then go into like a downward dog and hang out there, or child's pose is always a great option too. But oftentimes I get kind of bored in that traditional sequence when I do choose to offer that or practice it. And so there's other ways that you can do that. And today's sequence is going to show you just another variation of that Vinyasa. So again, Vinyasa is just placing yourself in a special way. It's linking movement of the body with the breath. So that can mean any sequence. It can mean sun salutation A, sun salutation B, or any sequence that is going to align the breath with movement. So with this particular sequence, you can replace a traditional Vinyasa sequence if you'd like to, or you can actually just use it as a warm-up sequence to get the body flowing and connected with its breath. So go ahead and grab your mat. I'll meet you over there and we'll get started. Begin standing in Tadasana at the top of your mat. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale to fold into Uttanasana. Inhale to lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Extend through the spine, pressing your fingers into the knees. Exhale, plant the hands. Step your right leg back, lowering your knee to the floor, reaching your arms up to the sky, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Return the hands to the floor. Pick up your back knee, step your left leg back, downward facing dog. You can move through a chaturanga sequence here if you'd like, or just stay here in down dog. Inhale to ground. Exhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, step your right foot to your right thumb, lower your left knee down, reaching your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, return your hands to the floor. Step your left foot up to meet the right, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to ground. Exhale, roll up to the top, reaching your arms overhead, bringing your hands back into Tadasana by your sides. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold, plant your hands. Step the left leg back, lower to the knee. Reach your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Return your hands to the floor. Pick up your back knee. Step your right leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale to ground. Exhale, left leg lifts high. On your next exhalation, bring the knee to the nose. Step your left foot to your left thumb. Lower your right knee down, reach your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Circle the arms down. Step your right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, press the earth away, rise to the top. Exhale, return your hands to heart center. You can repeat this sequence as many times as you'd like. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.